we just kind of did the ROI and realized, instead of getting $250 a night for a 6-bedroom home for a family that's coming down to Disney, we theme it up and make it really exciting. And we do some interior design, put that whole package together, and the family's now willing to pay $500 or $600 to stay at that home. And at Christmas, we even get $1,100 or $1,200 a night. So by doing that, the numbers start to make a lot of sense. And then you're able to get really interesting returns.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil, and today I'm joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with, Marc Younger, who's been making serious moves in the real estate and theming property management business in Orlando. So yeah, excited to have you here on the show today. I think the listeners are really going to take something away from how you're approaching creating this one-stop shop business. So let's dive in.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michelle.
Awesome. So just first off, for those who are not familiar with you and your world, can you give the short version of what your main focus is?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the owner of Home Theme Orlando and Storybook Vacation Homes. And I guess, long story short, it's kind of a one-stop shop for investors that are looking to take advantage of the number one tourism market in the United States, which is Orlando. We have this little thing I'm sure you haven't heard of called Disney World that fuels a lot of our growth, but we also have Universal Studios that just opened up a new theme park. We have SeaWorld, we have Legoland, and then we have a lot of connected businesses like escape rooms and mini golfs and everything because of that. So we are the number one tourist destination, and investors love to invest here because of that. It's not going away anytime soon. And what we do is I'm a realtor by trade, so I help investors navigate the market here and help them invest in what works and avoid what doesn't work. And then second of all, we realize that theming the properties. So if you buy whatever you buy, a 4-bedroom house, a 6-bedroom house, 8-bedroom house, there's a lot of them here. So you have to differentiate them. So we have a scenic studio, Home Theme Orlando, and the creative team there helps turn your house into a wonderful experience for guests. And then the investors are always looking for a good property manager. So we have the property management wing as well that helps you properly manage the property and also get the tax benefits as well, which can be really, especially since recent developments with the new bill that was signed, we're getting 100% depreciation now. So a lot of investors have come back into the fold and they're really excited about that.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Amazing. I love that. So, yeah, how did you get started with this business?
So I lived in Montreal, Canada, and for those of you who know Montreal, it's cold, 8 months of the year. So basically, we came down here on vacation ourselves and lived the experience. We went to Disney, Universal. We stayed for a full month. I was a financial advisor in Montreal, needed a break, and brought the family down. We had so much fun during that month that we decided, wow, like, could this be a place that we actually move to? Looked into it with an attorney and got a visa down here, and the rest is history. Opened up the theming company 5 years ago and the property management wing 2.5 years ago. And now we're a one-stop shop where investors can find the best properties, theme them, and property manage them.
I love that. Yeah, I feel like a theming business is not so common. I mean, at least I personally haven't heard of it. Can you like explain a bit more on what that looks like?
Yeah, so we've noticed that Um, the Orlando market is very popular. Whatever you buy, whether it's a townhouse, a house, a huge mansion, I mean, you need to differentiate yourself from the other competitors in that community that you bought in. Over here, what they do is they gear them towards short-term rentals, and they'll have a builder will build a clubhouse in the middle, and then 5, 6, 700 homes around it. So when you've got, 2, 3, 400 competitors that are kind of exactly like your house, you need to differentiate yourself. So since Disney, Universal, theme parks are the big thing over here, if you make castle rooms and, wizard worlds and things like that, people will react to that and they will be willing to pay more to stay in those homes. So we just kind of did the ROI and realized, instead of getting $250 a night for a 6-bedroom home for a family that's coming down to Disney, and they're 10 people. Well, if we, theme it up and make it really exciting, we turn the garages into game rooms. We do 3 or 4 themed bedrooms. We theme the second floor, the first floor. We put in flooring where they would have some carpet, and we make it really, we do some interior design as well. So you put that whole package together, and the family's now willing to pay $500 or $600 to stay at that home. And at Christmas, we even get $1,100 or $1,200 a night. So by doing that, the numbers start to make a lot of sense, and then you're able to get really interesting returns.
That is so unique and cool. I love that. What has been like the key to keeping your business running smoothly with all of these moving parts?
Yeah, it's not easy. We have about 17 staff right now, printers, journalists, support staff. So we have a 3D printing department. So keeping all those cogs rolling perfectly. And of course, people are human, right? So people get sick, and you have to account for those things. People hurt themselves. So, you just have to keep everything rolling and anticipate demand and anticipate how many people you need. So it's always a challenge, but I think that with our 5 years experience now, we're getting really good at things.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
A couple of years ago, it used to take us 4 months to finish a house, and now we've got it down to about 3.5 weeks. So, we're really accelerating things as we get better at it, and as we buy better equipment that makes our job faster, then we can speed up the process, and that's really important for investors because they don't want to buy a house and then have 6 months of renovation. They want to be out there as soon as humanly possible and starting to make money. And we understand that. I own one of the houses myself. I manage 40 of them. But I'm an owner myself, so I know that, you want the house out as quickly as possible and start making money.
Yeah, absolutely. That timing is really important. So let me ask you this. Every business has moments where things go sideways or you have to pivot fast. And I would love to hear one of those moments that you've experienced and how you overcame it.
Well, I think just having the next man up kind of mentality, like a sports team. We recently, our graphic designer who does a lot of our homemade canvas, when we canvas the walls, she got hurt. She was on a ladder and she fell and sprained her ankle, and she was out for a few days. And so our foreman, who had a graphic design background, kind of stepped in and helped us out. So it's just as long as the team has a good mentality where they're all willing to kind of step in, and by fostering a good work environment where you're not, it's not a toxic work environment, so people like working there. A lot of our people at Home Theme tell me like this is their dream job, to be able to work consistently. One of the things that we do differently than most scenic studios or even Disney or Universal is we don't hire and fire like they do. So they'll hire for a job, and then when the job is over, you get fired. It's gig work. And so it's hard to kind of, even though these companies are well known, it's kind of hard to uh, gain loyalty from people when they know that 3 months later they're going to be back on the unemployment line. So for us, keeping our staff for as long as possible for many, many years in some cases, kind of gets a loyalty. And then, when you need something, they're there for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, yeah, the people on your team can really make it or break it. And yeah, it's like what keeps people in that long-term business when you look at things from that perspective.
I agree.
Awesome. So let me ask you this. What are you most focused on solving or scaling to next?
Right now, we're able to do basically one house at a time. And I'm looking to be scaling my team so that we can do two houses at a time in the new year. So, working to scale the right departments, to get the right people in place, to have two install teams, to have two teams on the CNC routers, things like that, so that we can help more investors in the coming year. And we're really close. We're just kind of um, dotting the I's and the T's on that so that in the new year we could really be rocking and rolling and being able to serve double the population.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Amazing. Yeah, and how are you like working with investors? How are you finding them? What does like that process look like?
Yeah, I'm kind of listed on a few different websites uh, that are short-term rental market oriented. So Rabu.com is one of them. And I also work with financial advisors that do cost segregation reports to save taxes for investors. And then those investors need a real estate project to save all those taxes. So they look to me to help those clients out. So they refer them to me, and then I help them on the real estate side.
Amazing. Yeah. And when it comes to like managing the properties, can you expand on what that service looks like?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a full service property manager. So we understand that most of our clients, if they're investing in, four to $600,000 homes, they've probably got a busy work life, and we don't want to take every single spare moment of their lives away from them, and making them do everything themselves. So we take care of everything from the cleanings between guests to the maintenance to and we have all local people because we are here. So, it might sound like fun from St. Louis or California or, New York to try to manage a property in Florida, but from anybody who's tried to manage Airbnbs, people can reach out to you at 2 in the morning, and then you have to respond by 3 in the morning, or Airbnb gets on your case. So you never have a waking moment to yourself. Some weekends when we got started with the property management, I would be manning the Airbnb desk all weekend long. And I was like, how am I supposed to have a life, right? Because essentially, if people come in and say, hi, I'm your guest, the AC is not working, it's getting hot in here, can you help? You can't just say, oh, I'm out with my kids, I'll get back to you tomorrow. It's just not, they want instant gratification. So we have staff that takes care of that. We have staff that does amazing cleanings. Our, guests just will not tolerate, anything not being perfectly clean in the house. So you have to do an immaculate job. So, and these are, 6, 8 bedroom homes. They're big homes. So we need to send like 3 staff in there to clean the whole thing, before the next guest gets in there 6 hours later on a back to back. So, we have to have, we have to be on top of everything. So yeah, maintenance, cleanings, and marketing. So marketing on all of the platforms, not just Airbnb. We put you on 7 different platforms. We also market our own personal, Storybook Vacation Homes website. And now we're getting into some different things like Marriott vacations, where we're going to be listed, Florida rentals, where we're listed. And we've got some new stuff coming with discount theme park tickets. So we're constantly working to up our marketing game, so that investors are as fully booked as possible.
Amazing. Yeah. Sounds like you guys are taking care of all of it behind the scenes. That's amazing. So, what is like that big goal that you have for this business? Where do you see it going?
Well, we're at 40 homes. I think that the next goal to reach is 100 homes. We like being small. There are a lot of companies out there that have 500, 1,000, 2,500 homes, and it's just like, we want to stay boutique. We want to be that company that knows each one of our investors' names. We don't want to be calling them, oh, yes, client 7651. A lot of bigger companies are like that, and we don't want to be like that. We rather give a rich experience, and really take care of the homes, really do the maintenance well. I walk into a lot of competitors' homes where this there's just screws sticking out of the walls. There's paint that's come off and nobody's touched it up. Banisters that are loose. I see it all. Beds that are kind of falling apart. So we'd rather stay smaller and do a really good job on the maintenance, the cleanings, and keep our amazing ratings. A lot of our competitors on VRBO and Airbnb and all that are like at a 4.3, a 3.5, which is kind of like a really bad restaurant, whereas like we're at 4.8, we've got 1,500 reviews, and we've still maintained superhost status, which is quasi impossible these days. So to be so highly rated, with so many reviews, you know that you're doing something right at that point.
Yeah, that's incredible. And yeah, how like there's a lot of investors listening to this show. How can they maybe get involved with this opportunity or learn more about it and yeah, see kind of like the benefits that are possible for them?
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll put my number at the end of the clip, but they can either contact me directly. I mean, I love speaking with investors. It's what I do. Being an investor myself, like your crowd. I live for the numbers. I live for the excitement of it, so yeah, love to speak to them in person. They can also go on our website, Home Theme Orlando, and just click contact us, and I'll be glad to give them a call back.
Amazing. And yeah, are there a lot of opportunities available for people? What does that process look like if someone wanted to, yeah, invest with you guys?
Yeah, it's actually really great because again, in 2022, we were in a market, completely a seller's market. There was very little inventory, and there's 5 properties in one of the communities I'm thinking about, and there was about 100 buyers that were all vying for the same 5 properties. So they were asking 100,000 over asking. They wanted no inspection. They wanted basically cash offers only. And they were asking whatever they asked for, somebody was willing to give it to them. And those properties were selling for over $1 million. And I was like, wow, would you like me to name my first child after you while we're at it? Because it was just, we want no inspections, we want no check, we want no this, we want no that. And it was like, wow, just take it as is and pay the highest price possible. Whereas now, because of the interest rates that had gone up, everything kind of froze. I think the whole United States kind of froze for the last 2 years, where, just basically sellers are not selling, and buyers were not buying. Now sellers are selling, and they're selling at a really deep discount. What used to cost $950 is now costing just over $600. So it's what I'm telling investors is it's a great time to get in and buy at 40% off, and then basically just wait out the same 5-year cycle, a 5-6 year cycle. I don't have a crystal ball, but when interest rates go down, really the investor pool goes up, and therefore prices go up. So it's just a question of waiting. I predict that what happened from 2017 to 2022, where we had a 50 to 100% ramp up, will happen again between 2025, 26, who knows, right? 29, 30, 31. And so in a 5-year, 6-year time span, we're probably going to go through the same cycle as interest rates come down. So I think it's a great time for investors and to pick up properties on the cheap, and then, just ride that wave.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for sharing that. So yeah, before we wrap up here, I know you mentioned your website and your phone number, but are there any other places that people can connect with you?
I mean, they can see our Instagram. We've got an Instagram page with lots of our themed homes, but I think the best places are Home Theme Orlando and StorybookVacationHomes.com. So those 2 websites, one for the theming, one for the property management. And anytime you hit the contact us button there, it goes straight to me.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate your time, your story, and perspective. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you for the great questions, Michelle. You were fantastic. Appreciate the time.
Awesome. And for those of you that are tuning into the show, if you got value from this, make sure that you've subscribed. We've got more conversations coming with operators just like Mark who are building real businesses. And we'll see you all on our next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.